What is blocking you from fully connecting, listening, and allowing your God force to work its magic through you as a divine conduit? What is keeping that force, that God force, from manifesting in your reality? Right now in the world, I think it's most important, the most important thing to do for a person to do is to not allow themselves to be distracted by events that are occurring in the world. To be focused upon kindness and compassion, because that is the currency, the new currency of the new earth, kindness and compassion. And allowing that to manifest in your life as a divine conduit will allow you to walk in the golden radiance of God's grace on this timeline. Do not hide parts of yourself. Do not compartmentalize fragments of your soul, because we can no longer wear the mask of duality. It is not time to be buffeted back and forth between good and evil, right and wrong of the third dimension. We must ascend beyond the third dimension into higher vibrations, into higher frequencies that comprise harmonic universe number 2 and the 5th dimension. We must become metahumans and live through our 5th dimension focused awareness, our consciousness. It is time to take off all of our masks that we've been hiding behind and become whole again, fully embracing the love, the kindness, the compassion. And it begins with yourself. It begins with ourselves. We deserve an authentic existence as true conduits for the God force, as true conduits, as a spark of the divine. There is no separation when we accept our God force, because our cups runneth over. And as our cups runneth over, we turn to our brothers and sisters and we fill their cups with kindness and compassion. That is the currency of the new earth. There are many types of spiritual battles that are happening right now on this planet. And the greatest battle is within us. Do we choose fear, or do we choose the path of love, the path which is the God force? All is love. This universe is built from love. There cannot be anything else that sustains this universe. Otherwise, it is mere fragmentation and eternal conflict. Now, the world can be going to hell around you, but if you are at peace within yourself, if you are in this world but not of this world, if you have passed all your tests, then you are fully in touch with the God force, and you are fully protected by the God force, by the golden radiance of source-connected awareness. Right now, the spiritual battles that are taking place are ultimately for your attention, to have you focused on fear, which that is the majority of what's taking place, is to have everybody anxious and fearful, not focused on their present moment, not focused within their God force, or to have people worried about the future. That is what the battle is all about. And there are 2 types of humans in this world. Actually, God created, Source has created 2 types of humans: Adamic humanity and non-Adamic humanity. Adamic humanity, the first group, lived inside Eden, lived inside their Eden, inside their soul, their heart-brain coherence, and communicated with God. And the second group lived outside of paradise, lived outside of Eden, east of Eden, and they did not communicate with God. They lived in fear. They lived in servitude. God has given souls to Adamic humanity, those who choose to contact their soul and live through their soul and honor their soul, while the non-Adamic humans were left soulless, those who are living in fear. And you have to decide what path you're going to take. If you're going to live within Eden, in touch with your soul, or if you're going to live east of Eden in fear. As I said, there are many types of spiritual battles that are taking place, but the battle is within us. Do you choose your narcissistic ego and you're living in a constant state of anxiety, or are you at peace within your God mind, seeking to fill the cups of others? You have to ask yourself, what is blocking you from fully connecting, listening, and allowing your God force to work its magic through you? And right now in this world, as I mentioned, it is very important not to be distracted by outside events. Everything has been planned. Everything that is taking place has been planned this way. And I'm not talking about the Illuminati and the secret cabal, the dark cabal, the powers that be, because they are merely puppets of God's plan. And it's working out, the God's plan is working out of governments. This is all taking place to separate the wheat from the chaff, to separate the sheep from the goats, those who are living in their God mind versus those who are living in fear through their narcissistic egos, because they are all about themselves, essentially. But when you free yourself from your own confines, from your own narcissistic ego, you see that there is a much higher hand that is taking place, that is moving world events. This is the hand of God. And through the hand of God, if it touches your soul, then you are in line with your God force. You are living in power of your God force. And anything other than that is going to impede the flow of your power, of your ability to manifest in your reality. And currently, at this time, as I mentioned, the spiritual battles that are taking place, they're quite numerous. But we are at that time. The lines are being drawn. Nations are lining up against nations. Hatred runs amok. Violence is exploding in the streets of many cities. Rationality has become more precious than gold, and common sense is dead. So why are all these things happening? It appears that many of the divine plans prophesied long ago are materializing before our eyes. If you read Ezekiel 38, you will read of an attack that took place. The words of that attack in the Bible, in the Quantum Bible, in Ezekiel chapter 38, almost verbatim describe what took place around October 8th with Hamas going over the walls of Israel and all that. But literally, it describes what took place on that day. We are literally witnessing the regathering of the lost tribes of Israel. So I have warned you, the reality of God. I'm warning you now, the reality of God and the Bible, the Quantum Bible, and the reality of active extraterrestrial involvement in current human affairs. They're one and the same. God is real, the Bible is real, and prophecy is real. And whether one likes it or not, we will all soon be witness to that which is unfolding. God is about to be reintroduced into human history. And we will soon have the disclosure about extraterrestrials that many have clamored for. And it might not be what you were expecting, and it very well might not be to your liking. But as long as you are living in your God force, in your God mind, in communication with your higher self, your soul self, you will be living within Eden and the kingdom, the quantum kingdom of heaven that is within and is your birthright.
Namaste. Namaskaram.